Have you ever put everything into pursuing your dreams and then getting this close to achieving them, and just in an instant, it's all taken away from you and you're living your worst nightmare? Well, that's what happened to us with our pursuit of opening Pups Pub. Hi, I'm Alex Wright. I am one of the founders of Pups Pub. My wife Sheila and I started this opening our first location here in Tampa, Florida back in 2020, actually during the pandemic. We're so happy that we did. It was met with such amazing reception from the local communities. We were able to get even more than 1,000 members in just 6 months. Just so excited that we were able to build upon what's already such a new and exciting concept in dog bars. We were able to open our second location in Orlando, which was, even more supported by our community there, but also the local municipality. We were awarded a $100,000 city grant to improve the city, and they absolutely loved our concept. It was just amazing. It was a great feeling. All of the hard work, the dedication, the investments that we had put into it, it was paying off. We're able to reach 1,000 members within our first 2 months, almost selling 500 memberships before we even opened. We thought that we were living the dream. This is it. We got it. Within 2 weeks, all of that was completely shattered. We were completely blindsided. Without call or warning, we received a cease and desist letter from the Orange County Department of Health, despite the fact that the Department of Health in both Hillsborough County for our Tampa location and Orange County for our Orlando location, after approving our initial inspections, and in Tampa, 3 inspections, just routine inspections from the Department of Health, they just suddenly, under no changed circumstances, changed their position on permitting dogs inside of dog bars, which to us made absolutely no sense. We're having to go back and forth with the Department of Health in the fear of shutting down, because with no dogs inside of these locations, it kills the business model. I mean, we are a dog bar. The Department of Health at the Tallahassee office just decided that we, despite being a bar lounge category, because we do not serve or prepare food, that we still, because we have ice, fall under food service establishments in the state of Florida, which is completely unheard of, and later, found a totally unadopted rule. Opened legally. We did our research. We wouldn't have been approved for the loans that we took out. We wouldn't have been approved for the leases that we were under at either location if we were doing something that was considered illegal or unsanitary. And that just, at the end of the day, was not the case. We've done so much to make sure that this place is clean every single night, and we've passed multiple Department of Health inspections with flying colors. So again, when we were served with such harsh judgment from the Department of Health and their legal team, it didn't make any sense. And despite again and again trying to connect with even the Tallahassee office, we were met either with no response or a clearly uneducated response, which was really funny because we're not the first dog bar in Florida. There have been dog bars since like 2015, years before Pups Pub Tampa that opened in 2020 were even an idea. But most notably, Canine Social, which opened in Jacksonville in 2018, it's on record that the Department of Health approved their location, which in order to enter, you must go inside with your dog in order to even get access to their outdoor area. So it really didn't make much sense. After months of litigation, we went over their head and filed a rule challenge with the state of Florida. We did what we thought we had to, which was hire a legal team, which of course is very expensive. And we did our best to handle this at the lowest level with the Department of Health, still with the goal in mind of helping them create a dog bar code. So we rule with the state. Of course, it's months go by, litigation, depositions. And what I learned in those depositions is that the Department of Health was full on denying the existence of these other dog bars across the state. Because they're a government agency, their emails are public record and they can be pulled during court cases such as these. And we found that the Department of Health representatives in this case, again, who signed off on our cease and desist, putting our whole professional lives and really our personal lives at risk, they signed off in 2018 for a dog bar in Jacksonville. In those conversations, they even discussed that there should be a new dog bar sanitation code. And they even talked about it for almost a whole year, going back and forth of what that should look like and how they should put it together. And when questioned about these actions back from 2018, again, years before Pups Pub opened, they basically said, well, we decided not to move forward with a dog code because then we would have to do it for all animals like horses and ferrets and birds. Luckily, we had a very wise and fair judge, and she saw right through that and ruled in Pups Pub's favor. After a year of just the most stressful, torturous or a year of my life, I know my wife's as well, we won. We finally won. We were finally vindicated that we had done nothing wrong. We followed every guideline. We did the process the way we were supposed to do it. And the DOH was just flat out wrong and inconsistent with their inspections with us compared to the rest of the state. And not only did we get this emphatic win, but the judge also ruled that the Department of Health owes us court fees for this case. So we're very optimistic that we should get a significant reimbursement from the Department of Health. But, even that is not even going to come close to making us whole. Beyond the financial impact of the legal fees, our reputation suffered. Articles started being run that, we failed a sanitation inspection, and it's because dogs are not permitted inside, which of course, if you're reading this for the first time and you've never been to a Pups Pub and you think that it might be wrong or illegal to bring your dog inside that establishment, you're probably not going to come. So we saw a significant decline in memberships. It's hard to quantify, but we're well over $500,000 now in losses, which are clearly connected to when this legal battle started. These government agencies, they should be here to guide business owners like ourselves and their local communities to best serve them, not be in the way and then not provide any real explanation throughout the process. So that is what we continue to run into. I served in the Air Force for 6 years. I've been a government employee. I get it. And for a veteran-owned small business to be treated the way that we've been treated, and now proven that we were treated unfairly, for us to still be in the position that we're in, and it's not fair. And, we're just trying to get back on our feet and get back to a place where we can continue to provide for this community. And it's not just a fun bar, it's a fun sports bar that you can bring your dog to, but, we host dog adoption events. We do fundraisers. One of our nationwide companies our organizations that we work with is Canines for Warriors. Of course, us being a veteran-owned small business, we really try to push those types of great causes. We've done puppy bowls. We raise money for the Team Godwin Foundation. Chris Godwin being a wide receiver here for the Buccaneers. We've done that, 3 years in a row. And, being able to do those, to give back to the community and, to have those relationships with these local organizations and, just the great people and regulars and friends that we've made in the process. We as Pups Pub don't want to fail them and have to go away due to something that's completely out of our control when we did nothing wrong. So what we're trying to accomplish is to get enough money to get us back on track. Any funds reimbursed from the courts will go towards our goal of $100,000. And once we get back to that number, anything over our goal will go towards Canines for Warriors as a donation. So that's really what we're looking to do here. And once we're able to accomplish those goals, we'll be able to continue to employ our amazing staff and continue to serve this incredible community of people and dogs. And we hope that we can continue to move in the right direction of opening up future Pups Pub locations, not just here in Florida, but hopefully across the country.